Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, we talk dating, relationships, game, everything in between. Okay? Let me get some up for you, yeah? Let me check the old notepad. What we got? Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is something that men bypass. They don't think about the emotional realm, or they do, but they don't consciously read the writing. They don't consciously understand the emotions, how they manifest, and how they create reaction in other people as well as themselves. They don't identify a personalized philosophy of these emotions, how to identify them and how to utilize them for coherent communication. They say that the woman is emotional whereas the man is logical, so surely if that's the case, as opposed to looking down on the woman for being erratic and you supposedly being superior, how about you use that logic to some good use and understand how to be emotionally intelligent, how to develop your EQ, and in doing so you will be able to speak the language of the woman. You will be able to engage with the woman in her own realm, right? And that's to say a woman isn't logical. The thing is, some people over overestimate the emotional value of a woman. Yes, she sees the world differently to us, but it's not through this nonsensical, ever consistent wave of topsy-turvy turmoil. She can still keep her feet on the ground, especially if she has somebody who can lead her, right? When you hear her say she feels some sort of way, I feel this, I feel that, instead of brushing it off, oh, what you want about feelings, and I've been silly to do this in the past, right? When I was a lot younger, what about you feel that way? What about you feel? It means a lot to her, yeah? Instead of making her feel like she's wrong, because she's not, because she's the 50 to your 50, she's the feminine that balances your masculine. You have to see things. She is you and you are her, and you come together as one, don't you, right? That's what attraction is, and that's what intercourse is. So start approaching it in this means. You have to develop your own personal philosophy on emotional intelligence and how to identify and communicate correctly with a being that is primarily driven by these factors, or at least a little more so than yourself. You experience emotion, so you know how it hazes your perspective and perceptions of things. You know how you react, and you know how volatile you can get. It's not like you're an emotionless soul. That's not the case. And if you were, you've got problems, man. You're the sort of person I don't want to be around. I'm either not going to believe you when you say it or think you're a psychopath. So, hey, you do have emotions, and you have to understand yourself before you understand the world around you. If I can tell you when I'm feeling some sort of way and be honest and upfront about it and say, man, I'm a bit under the weather because this, that, and the third, then I will start to see it in others and start to maneuver and correlate my communications with them in a much more effective way. Oh, why do I want to sit talk about emotions? Blah, 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 blah. Like I said, it's completely up to you. But if you are to rid yourself of that information down to ignorance, you're not going to be able to speak well with that woman who will now feel seen. She will now feel that this man, out of every man, can see her because nobody else has done, and you're speaking her language. You go to France without any French, yeah, and go around and speak like a tourist, but the moment you show that you've learnt the language and you engage with them, watch how they start to open up to you, how they start to become more vivid, How they start to illustrate their words and tell magnificent tales that the normal man could not even comprehend. This is the power of learning the language. When somebody comes from a well-off family and never has to experience the street life, never has to experience the working class and impoverished communities, you should see them communicate with these kids. They can't do it. But when you derive from that space and do the vice versa and climb upwards, you realize how important language and seeing eye to eye and speaking on a particular level is. I see you and I understand you, and I don't need to tell you that because you are already in notice that that is the case. That's a little talk on that. That's some game. We're talking game tonight, people. Click like and subscribe. I'm uploading every day. Peace.